Hey, what's going on, subscribers? Welcome back to another brand new video from the Flaming Profits YouTube channel. Today I'm going to give you an update on my UGAZ swing trade that I recently started about 2 weeks ago. I'm very excited how this UGAZ swing trade is playing out and it's going according to plan. So I'm going to tell you how much I am up on this position exactly, how many shares I have right now, and what my overall plan is on selling this stock. At what price point will I sell? And also my Activision swing trade as well, and a little update on ULTA stock. So yeah, and I did do a video on when I was initiating this UGAZ position. The thumbnail was that one where I was mentioning why it might be a good idea to load up on UGAZ. Because I saw this uptrend coming as it played out recently, and it's definitely going according to plan. It's all about learning the 3 different stages when it comes down to reversals. You have to make sure you know that in order to get profitable with swing trade investments. I have definitely shared them before on my previous videos, but it's rejection, consolidation, and confirmation, and I'll go in depth a little bit on the stage that UGAZ is in right now. Alright, but before we get started, make sure you hit the subscribe button for the Flaming Profits YouTube channel. We make amazing content like this geared towards investors. I like to teach people how to become more profitable investors. It's very easy to lose money in the stock market, and this can be very painful because you are investing to make money, not to lose money. At least that's what most investors invest for. The whole point is to make money. So this can be very hard, and I want to make sure that you instill disciplines that will make you a more profitable investor in the stock market. And there's definitely some guidelines that can help you out a lot, and that's what this channel is all about. And we do have some referral links in the description for brokerages that you can sign up to. I absolutely love every single one of these that I'm sharing. Each one of these have their own characteristics that make them different from one another and better from one another. But overall, my favorite one is Robinhood, which is the #1 brokerage that I use. But I definitely do have like 5 other brokerages. These are just 3 of them that I have referral links for free money, so that you can get started investing right away. You just use those links that are in my description, and yeah, you'll get some free money, free stocks. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so this swing trade that I am in puts me at a new record for my overall Robinhood portfolio. As of now, since the market is closed, right now I'm sitting at $1,837.72 overall profit in my portfolio, which is amazing. I'm very close to the $2,000 mark. This is incredible from someone that didn't know anything about stocks to making $1,800 in profits right now. And I'm gonna keep this up. Hopefully I'll reach 5,000 eventually, then 10,000, and the sky's the limit. So that's where I'm sitting at, and I've been doing this through swing trade investments as well as a little bit of long term, but overall short term swing trades that I like to do, and I have taken the time to perfect them, make them shorter and more profitable at the same time. So this is what I practice most of the time, and it has definitely worked out for me, and that's kind of the reason why I like to create videos, so that I can teach others how to do this as well. So yeah, and I'll show you my swing trade positions that I have open right now. So there we go. So UGAZ, right now I have 176 shares. Right now it's at $18.05. And actually, I took this recording earlier, but right now my total profit is $350 total return. That is a 12.4% return. So a lot of people tell you that you're only gonna make like 2 to 3% on any investment that you make, and the year total return will be 20% if you're a good investor. That's only for long-term investors. As a swing trader, you take advantage of volatility in the market. You're basically only investing when the stock is going up. If it is not going up, you don't take any play in the stock. So you don't participate in losses, only in gains. And that's what I love about swing trading, that you're able to be there only for the money, and whenever there's losses, you get out immediately. And I noticed this trend that UGAZ has been pushed down a lot, so it's been going down a lot in price. And technicals don't really matter that much with commodities like natural gas. Before I go in depth on my UGAZ position, I do want to make sure this is clear for everyone. So my swing trading is actually not my number one investment style. I actually invest more in the long term. Swing trading is just like a side thing that I do. You always make more money in the long term investing for the long term because the stock market overall goes up, and swing trading can be very risky. So you definitely have to know what you're doing, and you have to be in and out at the correct times. And there's definitely some times where you don't end up on the winning side. So you have to be prepared to cut losses and take out your money as fast as possible. So even though I do a lot of swing trading and it is very profitable for me, I always ensure that I'm always investing mainly and more in the long term, such as just investing in VOO, the S&P 500, and I use other accounts for that. But here for this YouTube channel, I mainly use my Robinhood account where I talk about my swing trades. So Robinhood is basically the only thing I use for swing trades. But all the other brokerages, I do more of a long-term dividend investing strategy. That's basically my main focus, but it's kind of plain and boring. So that's why I like sharing swing trading more, because it's more high risk, high reward, which can be entertaining for a lot of people. So you might be wondering what UGAZ and DGAZ are. You've probably never heard of these stocks as companies or anything like that, and that's because they're actually not. These are stocks that track the commodity of natural gas, and in case you didn't know, you can actually invest in commodities. So whether it's gold, silver, oil, anything like that, you can actually invest in them through different other ETFs that provide that correlation. So basically the one I'm investing in right now, UGAZ, that is mimics the price of natural gas, and it's a pro one. So as long as natural gas prices go up, my stock UGAZ will go up. And if natural gas prices go down, then this stock goes down, and DGAZ, the inverse of UGAZ, goes up instead. And you might be wondering, why did I decide to invest into UGAZ? So the reason why is because it's been selling off dramatically through the hot months, and we're kind of in transition into winter months now. And what do people do when it's winter? They tend to use more natural gas in many different ways, or even businesses tend to use more natural gas. They need it for heating, sometimes for sometimes like business operations, they need to use a lot of natural gas. But overall, homes need to use natural gas for cooking or for warming up, like for example the shower or the home overall. And more people tend to use natural gas during cold months, therefore the price tends to go up. And I know of this trend, and I've been watching the stock very closely for quite a while now, and I recently noticed that it's been flatlining, where it hasn't been making higher highs anymore. It was just kind of flat and staying like that. And I remember the 3 stages of a reversal, which are rejection, consolidation, and confirmation. So this meant that this stock was in consolidation, meaning it wasn't making any lower lows anymore. Now it was just kind of flatlining, where it wasn't going up or down. So I knew the next step was confirmation, and I wasn't going to invest money until I started seeing the movement that it's starting to make higher highs now. So that's why you have to be very cautious. Begin with 1 share and only add more if you're up on the position now. And do this very slowly, do it one by one. Only add more shares if you're up on the position. And the more difference your average cost versus what the actual share of the stock costs, the more you can start buying. So now you can start buying in quantities of 2s, 3s, 4s, 5s, as many as you want, but just feel comfortable. Make sure your average cost stays down and the cost of the share goes up. So that's what you have to keep in mind when investing in swing trade positions. And there has to be, whenever you see the break of resistance where it's no longer making those higher highs, Once you begin seeing the confirmation, then that's the time to sell, because you're going to start losing money in that investment if you leave it there. So you have to be very cautious when it comes down to swing trading. So UGAZ, like I said, I have 176 shares. Right now I'm at $350 profit. A very good investment and has worked out really well for me. And for you to learn a little bit more about natural gas, I have this article where it talks about how the gas price is affected. And it basically just says that natural gas prices are a function of market supply and demand. So generally, increase in natural gas supply results in lower natural gas prices. So the more natural gas there is in supplies, the lower the price. And decrease in supplies tend to lead to higher prices. So if there's less of natural gas, the prices go up, obviously. This is basic economics. Increase in demand generally leads to higher prices, and decrease in demand tends to lead to lower prices. In turn, higher prices tend to moderate or reduce demand and encourage production, and lower prices tend to have the opposite effects. So the three major supply side factors affect prices. These are amount of natural gas production, level of natural gas in storage, volumes of natural gas imports and exports. Three major demand side factors affecting the price are variation in winter and summer weather, level of economic growth, availability and price of other fuels. So it's generally used more during colder months like November, December, January. So I see this stock going up a lot more than what it is now, but it's all about adding more shares consistently as it goes up. If it starts to break pattern and not produce higher stock price, then don't continue buying and just take the profits all for yourself. So that's basically my plan. I'm going to continue adding shares as long as it continues to grow up in price. And I'm willing to put $10,000, $15,000, $20,000. As long as it continues to go up, that's all that matters, because I'm making more money every time I add a share as it continues to go up. So as long as you stay consistent, I know that you can develop profitable swing trade positions like this one that I have right now. And this should continue growing until November or October, December, any months of those. It should continue growing and reach its max. And the whole objective here is to sell it when it peaks and start buying when it bottoms out. So I absolutely love this patterns and have learned a lot but through different investments that I've made that were swing trades. And one thing that's very important for you to know is when I first began investing, I wasn't profitable like this. The most amount of money I made was like $20 to $40, and it felt amazing. It was one of the best feelings ever, because those were the few times when I started to make money through investing in the stock market. But the thing you have to realize when investing is that growing is first and then the money comes. So don't focus too much on the money. The money will come, but just focus on increasing your knowledge about investing. Knowledge is the primary thing you should be focused on. Right now, I'm only making like $300 to $500 on my swing trades, but I know one day I'll be able to make $10,000, $20,000, $30,000 in a swing trade just by simply having more money and learning more about how the stock market works and how swing trade investments work. So there's no pressure. Just $30 to you is the same thing as $500 for me. What matters is the total return. So right now I'm at like 10% or 11%, 12 return on this. So if I had $100,000 and I would have done the exact same thing, I would have made more money because I invested with more money, but the knowledge is still the same. Knowledge doesn't change. As long as you continue with that, you'll be able to make a lot of money. It's just a matter of time when I'll get to those $100,000, $1 million that I can trade with. So basically my point is, you have to put in the time to learn about how to become a more profitable investor in the stock market. It's not something that's going to be night and day, where one day you're going to wake up and know everything. It doesn't happen like that. It happens through experience, through learning from others, from putting in the time to learn technical analysis, fundamentals, reasons why stocks move, earnings, balance sheets, anything like that, you have to become very familiar with in order to be a successful investor. And it takes a lot of time, to be honest, but it's worth it because this is something that you can use to make an extra set of income for yourself and for your family. And it can be one of the most profitable types of income because, for example, this took about 8 days just to get from $0 to $350. So honestly, just about a week. And this is pretty much equivalent to what people make in a week. And I made it on the side while working. So it's pretty cool, the ability to do this. So that's why I highly encourage anyone to learn. It can be very simple as long as you continue sticking to it and learning more about it. And I'll also show you my next swing trade position. Alright, so my next swing trade position that I have currently is Activision. I've made money before on this stock as well, but once you know a stock and you understand its fundamentals and you understand its technical analysis, you can make a lot of money from it just by understanding this. So even though I made money on this before, this extra profits that I'm making right now with this another swing trade, I'll be able to add that and become even more profitable in all of my investments with the stock. So with Activision, I've always noticed this technical pattern that it tends to do better in the later months. So we're talking September, October, November, December. I guess because most people buy new games during the season due to the holidays, and they have more time to be an active gamer pretty much. And these companies actually release their games during this time of the month. So this leads to more attention in this overall stock. And it has recently been selling off dramatically. It sold off about 50% from its high. And this is a technical pattern that this stock has done before plenty of times. And I've been catching it since its bottom. And I've been noticing it, that it's been growing slowly but surely. It's been making higher lows each single time. They're not that dramatic, but if you pay close attention, you start to notice these patterns. And I'm circling them to see it so that it's a little bit more obvious for you. But I've been noticing this for a while, and that's my technical analysis reason why I'm investing in the stock and I'm putting in a lot of money. And I've been already taking profits since a long time ago. But once you already understand the pattern and it's still confirming the same thing, then there's no reason why you can't get in again. And you start to see these higher lows. So there's no risk in the stock because overall on the max chart, it's always growing in price. But recently it just had the sell off. So it's all about the 3 stages of a reversal that I was talking about: rejection, consolidation, and confirmation. And right now it's fully blown in confirmation. You're seeing that it's breaking out of its pattern of being in consolidation. Now it's going to begin to uptrend massively, and it has done this before plenty of times. Those red circles show you when it did this exact same thing. Obviously this time it took a little bit longer, but it still proves the pattern. It's just a matter of time. So I'm gonna hang on to this. I think it was $46 profit. That's whatever you saw there. That's my profit right now. So not a lot, but like I said, I've already taken profit on the stock before. I have a video on it if you want to see it. So yeah, pretty good. ULTA Beauty is still selling off. I did initiate one share, and I always do this. Like I said, just because you bought one share and it's a swing trade doesn't mean you should keep on adding. You should just buy one share and only buy into it more as it continues to make higher highs. As long as you stick to these principles, you'll definitely become a great investor, especially as a great swing trader. And I highly recommend you to start practicing, start paying close attention to stocks, and see for yourself that fundamentals and technical analysis are very true, and they can help you make a lot of money as long as you understand them and implement them. And it takes time. Remember, knowledge comes first, the money comes last. So there you go. Alright, I hope this video added value to you and that you use it to your advantage. I'm glad that you might have learned something today. Make sure you hit the like button and as well as subscribe to the Flaming Profits YouTube channel. I'm very excited for you guys to see the next videos that we will be uploading. So stay in tune, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.